Just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. Personal development has been a massive part of my life for quite a long time. I had so much fear inside me. I've dug so deep into who I am. I've dug so deep into what I am. I stayed single for a real good reason, and that was to find myself. And I really did. A whole series reading from the book, The Untethered Soul. If you're having a spiritual awakening, just be kind to yourself. Be gentle on yourself. If you've gone through abuse and it's teaching you something, look at that and write it down and journal it and start journaling what you're feeling and what it is that you're thinking about. Just sit on your own and just go within and be still. And just close your eyes and just take a nice deep breath. Do you want to do that again? Just be still. Take a nice deep breath in. And blow it out. I think wisdom has to be the one thing that I really love, is all the wisdom that I've got. I've grown. I feel different to who I used to be. And I love that. I didn't know I was having a spiritual awakening. I just thought that things were just weird. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you're not and you're returning, thank you. Just point out for those people that are on their own, who have spiritually woken, who have now seen the world with the veil lifted. I started this channel to talk about spiritual awakenings, abuse, narcissism, crafts, and I just got carried away and I kept throwing out different videos. I want to talk a little bit about spiritual awakenings, and that coincides with other things that I want to talk about. When I went through my spiritual awakening, I woke up from a very young age, but I didn't know what that meant. Going forward to 2017, when my life was in hell, my life had just crumbled to nothing. Job, everything had to stop. And I went into a women's refuge, and that's when I had my spiritual awakening. And I was in there on my own, in this refuge, outside, sitting outside this building. The only way I could relax is if I had cannabis, and I started smoking cannabis every day. I couldn't work out why I had attracted all these abusive men, but I realised they were showing me something when I stepped back and I looked at it properly. With my grown-up eyes, with my awoken eyes, I started to look at things a whole lot different, including myself. I needed to look at myself. I needed to see who I really was and who I really am and why I'm really here. But I sat with my arms open asking, please, there must be more to my life than this. There must be. Boom. The next morning I had this complete different weird feeling around me, and things started to make a lot more sense. I was hearing conversations people were having in their own heads. I thought, am I imagining this? And the more I paid attention to it, the more I could see it and hear it. And so I had to shut that down a bit. I mean, I still get that now, and 9 times out of 10 I'm right. I'd listened to this amazing video. I absolutely loved it. I was so blown away. I just thought, my God, there is more to this world. There is more to this world. There's more to us humans than you realise. So if you wanted to use the Wi-Fi, everybody else was using the Wi-Fi as well. It was 3-story, so it was a bit of a mission to get the internet. It showed the world I was having a good time, and I felt that I could be who I am. Whereas I feel I lived in this, where I live now, I've lived here all my life. I'm at that stage now where I need something different. I need to move. I need to do it. What's going on with my body anyway. It would be good to become more conscious of who you are and what is going on in your world, and to know yourself and to actually believe in yourself and release all the guilt that you've ever had and all the regrets that you've ever had, and never really regret anything. And I can see quite clearly what it's pointed to. I see that. I am what they call the black sheep of the family. I don't fit in anymore. And I found that as I woke up, I didn't fit in with people. I didn't fit in with the usual person. I couldn't have a conversation about what the weather was doing or what I was watching on TV because I didn't watch it. So my life was completely different to everybody else's life. I haven't watched TV for years, absolutely years. I will not watch it.
And I won't watch the news, it's all lies, it's just all lies. Not every lies, is it?
Like, say you're sitting watching like a really nice movie or a aggressive movie or whatever it is you're watching. If you start falling asleep, the conscious mind that you're not aware of. It's the bit that's always listening. It's the bit that's always paying attention when you're sleeping, when you need to breathe. But you need to know that you're not your thoughts. You're not your thoughts. But you need to be able to listen to your thoughts. But don't act on them thoughts. Know that it's just a thought and you're observing that thought. I think forgiveness is something that I'm still on that ladder of trying to do. I've found it really hard to forgive myself for what's happened in my life, and I don't want to get upset. Try and watch my videos, and my channel's growing, and I'm really grateful to every single person that watches my videos. I really am.
Just remember, whatever you give your energy to, come back to you. Whatever you give your energy to,
come back to you. So if you're thinking about something, it will come back to you. So if you're thinking unnecessary thoughts that you don't want to think about, just say hello in your mind.
Say hello. Like, do it now.
Just close your eyes and say hello.
Hello, as loud as you can.
And it will just bring you back to focus. And having a spiritual awakening will be so many different things. You'll feel emotional, you'll feel like you want to move, you'll feel like you want to be in nature. You
just... everything feels different. You feel more connected
with nature, I have to say. I love nature and I love the river on a lovely canal boat and filming from that and talking against that. So come on and have a look, because I've got a lot more to put up yet. I thought I'd save them through the year and use them through the year, you know, when we're all thinking, oh God, the weather's horrible and we're all cold, and I'll just put some nice little videos out there for us all to watch. I am really enjoying my own videos actually, and I don't mean to be big-headed, but I've learned a lot. I've had to put them together. I've had to learn how to do it. And I'd really appreciate if you was to share this out, if there's anybody else that you know is going through a spiritual awakening and they're feeling a little bit like, oh God, what do I do? But just know that when you go, as you go through this, you're going to realise that you can't be around the friends you used to be around. You've outgrown them. You can't be doing with all that small talk. It's like, I ain't got time for that anymore. Like, it's boring now. I'm 50 odd years old. Just be still and be kind to yourself. And if you are going through a spiritual awakening and you are finding you're waking up in the night and all these things, please do yourself a favour and journal it. Write it out and always date it, because you'll really regret not putting that date on there. You'll be like, well, when did I write that? You know, you could learn something from finding out what it is that you're thinking about. Give yourself 5 minutes before you go to sleep. Just sit up in your bed and just listen. Close your eyes and do the breathing that I showed you, and just listen and see what comes up. Just watch it. Just don't get absorbed into it, just watch it. And let them thoughts just pass you by. Okay? If there's anybody else that you know is going through a spiritual awakening and they're feeling a little bit like, oh God, what do I do? But just know that when you go, as you go through this, you're going to realise that you can't be around the friends you used to be around. You've outgrown them. Get to know who you are. Dig really deep